time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. So we know that we're back for hot, messy topics, but we haven't seen you in a while. Last week was a little crazy. We hope you had an amazing 4th of July. Last week was Pops' service. So Jason posted an amazing tribute video where we gave 100% back to the vets, which Pops would have loved. So thank you guys for joining us and watching that and raising over $1,000 for the vets. That means everything. Also, I saw all of the birthday messages, so thank you. I had the best birthday ever. I rang in 30 with Jason. He had the best day planned, and it was sort of like an escape. So all of this was just amazing. Thank you to everyone. I wanted to say that before we jumped in. Now, if you guys are in the room, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and let's welcome Jason.
Hello. Hey, happy Monday, everyone.
Hi. Oh, Lori, need some members only, please.
Yes, 100%. But just as we just said, you know, it's been personally probably like a really exhausting 2 weeks. Really exhausting.
Yeah, but, you know, and we did also want to add to that too with Nikita, welcome to members. We are back with our members only this week, except we're going to change it up and it's going to be members only meetings. And we will keep you posted in the community tab, but we will for sure start back up this week. So, all right, Jason, with that, shall we get into the mess?
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like I feel like I'm in the hot seat here, but we were just here last week.
I don't even know where to begin.
Because so much has happened between last week and I think the last time we were here, I was giving my conspiracy theory about Kelly. What am I doing? I'm thinking about Kelly Dodd and talking about Kyle Richards. All right, so I can't today. Kyle Richards, I was giving my conspiracy theory that maybe there was something going on at one point, or maybe there is something going on. And maybe, you know, in marriages and relationships, maybe you're just trying to see if you can work it out. Who knows? But where do we start today? Because there's just too much.
I would probably say, since you brought up the Kyle Richards and Mauricio stuff, why don't we just go into that? Because Morgan Wade's ex has now spoken out. TMZ has caught up with her multiple times. There have been statements, there have been cryptic posts. And at this point, let's just get to the bottom of it. And Teddy Mellencamp somehow found herself in the middle of all of the shit.
As usual. And we don't know how, but she always finds her way.
Okay. Well, I guess let's start with a little bit of an update, because I think that's probably the best way to go here.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about Kyle Richards and Morgan Wade. Well, this is Morgan Wade's ex, as we all know, and she's clearly not happy about all of this. Her ex is named Katie, and Katie has now recently spoken out. But if you guys don't know Katie, she was from a show called Temptation Island, and she claimed that her and Morgan Wade had this private relationship, and it lasted about a little under a year. So as she was going on, I think personally, this Katie girl who was on Temptation Island, because we know so many different reality TV people who, well, when there's a moment and there's something that's so closely associated with you, then you might jump on that bandwagon, because now look, Page 6 is talking about you. You didn't join a reality TV because you didn't want to be talked about, girl. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a narcissist's dream, right? No, I feel... I mean, I don't know. Like I said last week, we don't have enough information, but I feel like there's so much writing on the wall, right? So something happens somewhere along the lines, and it's confusing. It's confusing as hell.
I think it's confusing, but also, hold on. I'm going to tell you what she said. And then even I was talking to Shaylee about this morning, and Shaylee's like, why even say anything at all? Right?
I felt the same way. Yes, I felt the same way.
Okay. So according to the 30-year-old, a close bond was developed within the whole friendship group, though Morgan's rapport with Kyle in particular stuck out to her. So Katie, who is the ex, noted that she hasn't spoken to or met Kyle, and she's actually shocked by the reports of Kyle and Mauricio's separation, but she claimed Morgan gave her a ring throughout their relationship, and she said, I do find it weird that they had matching tattoos and matching rings. We're dealing with somebody's marriage here, and I don't take that lightly. I don't want to add to any speculation or opinion one way or another, but I did find it strange. What the hell is that?
I mean, okay.
That's adding to speculation. You are the ex of the person that they are linking to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards. I don't want to add to this, but I find it to be a little weird.
I think it's weird too, but also like I don't want to sit here and speculate on someone's like sexuality or whatever the case was, whatever the case is. Maybe they're just friends, and this is like the friend you needed at this point in life. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be fooled by everything. Like, you know, usually we get fooled by these Bravo stars or by things where actually something did go on. And this is happening. Now we have cameras being picked back up. Like, it's like Sandoval 2.0. Let's get it. But every time that TMZ has caught up with Kyle Richards, to me, and I love Kyle, but it seems like she has a little smile on her face whenever they ask her about Morgan. And this, to me, it's either like, we're playing you, or something happened.
Right. Okay. So as we go through this, this is a full-on mess, right? There were reports that we're going to have cameras picking back up, and I'm still wondering if that's true because there was this one tweet that came out saying, oh, it was from Bravo Bees. Exclusive. It is being alleged that filming is expected to be extended for hashtag RHOBH to cover hit star Kyle Richards' marriage downfall.
Who said it was on a downfall?
Well, that's exactly the point. Then everybody wanted to know, well, where do we go to when we get our drama? When everything happens, like who do we trust? We trust two T's in a pod. The two housewives who know all things housewives, right? Well, everybody wanted Teddi to speak out on Kyle and Mauricio's relationship, but for the first time ever, Teddi's establishing boundaries within two T's in a pod.
Oh, boundaries. Teddi, okay.
Yes. Well, let me give you Teddi's statement first.
Everybody has their boundaries, and this is mine. I hope those of you as humans understand that when it comes to true friendship, this is more than just housewives or scandal or drama. This is one of my best friends.
Okay, girl.
Sit down all the way. All the way sit down.
I'm divided a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because part of me is like, good for you for establishing some freaking boundaries. You know what I mean? Because we clearly know, like when it comes to diving into Teresa or Louie, and listen, over here, we don't always claim that we have boundaries. We have integrity, but sometimes those boundaries go out. It just depends. And for Teddi, this is her establishing hers. Now, fans were so quick to be like, oh, it's because you went back on the show so bad. You're not ruining that relationship. And Teddi's like, that's not what it is. I spoke to iHeart. Then after that, there was a video that came out of Teddi who was with Kyle Richards. I believe it was right outside of a restaurant. They were doing a girls' night. Let me play this one. Because then Teddi and Kyle, I found this part to be interesting because the paparazzi immediately were like, Kyle, can you tell us about the matching tattoos? What's going on? And Kyle just looks like, get me the f out of here. Let's play the video.
She hasn't given a response. What are your thoughts on that?
We are very good friends.
Okay, so just a rumor, right?
Yes.
Okay, just a rumor. Thank you so much.
Friends with benefits? That's matching tattoos?
We have matching tattoos too.
Wait a minute.
Wait, we need to see those tattoos.
She's not the only one that has a matching tattoo.
Oh, okay, we see it. Thank you. So just rumors, right?
Thank you.
Kyle's like, get me the
I hope that was not a valet. That looked so hard to get out of. Jeez. Yeah, she's not wrong, right? There are people have matching tattoos. Actually, my friend and I have a matching tattoo on this finger. So like, it's not far from the truth. That doesn't mean I'm straight because she has the same arrow as I do on my finger. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I have a relationship with her. That doesn't mean my marriage is spiraling. You know what I mean? I just think that it's okay to have a rough patch in a marriage and to rely on friends and to have those friends. I'm still not fully convinced anything ever happened.
Right. Right. And I think that it's so much easier, just like her statement at the beginning that her and Mauricio put out, it's so much easier to fuel this further salacious narrative, right? Because that's what everybody wants. And even when there was another, and I know that you've seen this, but in case anybody else hasn't seen this, there was another TMZ person who caught up with Kyle outside of a gas pump. Yep. And this guy looked like he was the first time hire, right? And everybody was joking about this. This is the last video I'm going to play about all of this, guys.
Before you play this, is this the one where he was asking like what your favorite Morgan Wade song is?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where it got me thinking a little bit. And that the only reason, and I shouldn't believe any of this shit because, you know, TMZ is just crap anyway. But, you know, like when she smiles about it. It's like, why are you smiling? But they also know, remember, these Bravo celebrities, these people, they also know what they're doing. So if she smiles a little bit, she's just adding, like people are saying in the live chat, fuel to the fire.
Yeah. Well,
But I really do think that yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
this is the smile that you're talking about.
Yes.
Hi, Kyle. How you doing? You're all right.
Cigarette at the gas pump.
That's dangerous. Oh shit! That she does have a cigarette. How's single life? You are not single? Are you dating Morgan Wade? No? Thank you so much. She does look cute though. You guys look cute together. No? Very good friends. You guys are very good friends. Yeah, that's awesome. What's your favorite song that she sings?
Wilder Days, maybe.
Wilder Days. Nice. I'm gonna have to hear it. You excited about summertime now that you're divorced?
I'm not divorced.
You're not divorced?
No, I'm not divorced.
But that's the...
Read my statement on Instagram.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read it. But thank you anyway for your time. You have a beautiful day. You're a beautiful woman.
I would be like, go away from me. Go away. Like, you don't even know what you're talking. You know, like, how are you enjoying being single? I'm not single. Well, now that you're divorced, I just said I'm not single.
Like, where do they find these people? Do you know that that's a gas station at the bottom of Laurel Canyon by our old place? Remember?
Is it?
Yeah. Did you see the prices out there for gas? Crazy.
Yeah.
What is it? I was more shocked by that. No, yeah. Someone in the live chat just said cauliflowers said it, and a very good point. The rumors could easily be shut down. I think they're playing it up for PR for sure, because the season The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is coming, and nobody knew who Morgan was before this. Now everyone knows her name. Everybody wins. Now we have speculation. Now we have rumors flying. Now we're going to have viewership. And also here, Morgan, since your name's dragged into it, now people know a little more about you, you know, maybe they'll check out your music or whatever.
Right. And then, as you know, like, of course, everybody is waiting to hear how this plays out. Will cameras pick back up? Is there any truth to any of this? And as of right now, I think if the couple, Mauricio and Kyle, if they're saying, we can conspiracize and speculate, whatever, but if they're saying that we're not divorcing right now, until you see court documents that show otherwise, like, really, even at the point that you see court documents that say otherwise, obviously, according to Kim and Kroy, which we'll get to in a little bit, that doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit. And this, all I'm saying is she has a 27-year marriage. They have kids, they have businesses. Kyle is filming Buying Beverly Hills season 2. Okay. So there's things happening. Even if there is something in their marriage, which they have alluded to, Mauricio has alluded to that, Kyle has alluded to this, whatever, then they're working it out, or they're going to try, because you don't just throw 27 years down the drain.
Yes. You know what else you don't throw down the drain, Jason?
What?
Are you ready for a good segue?
Yes, please.
You don't throw down the drain a perfectly good cast. Do you want to know who had a perfectly good cast?
Who?
The one that this guy was a part of.
Oh, Lord.
The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, Jason, what did you think about this past season's cast?
I thought it was great. I honestly did. I think the storylines are just a little lost. You know, when it comes to Jersey, I just like to sit back. It is such a franchise that I do not enjoy talking about, because it just is so divided, and so everyone is very, how do you say it, energized when it comes to this cast and how divided they are and whose side they are. Right. I love that we got this announcement, thanks to you, that the cast has re-signed.
Don't say that now. Don't get me in some shit and say thanks to me as if I dropped it first.
I think you did drop it first.
You guys, this was so funny this weekend. By the way, can I just say really quick to interject what Jason's saying? It was so funny. We put this out this week, and it's so fun. Like, everybody, listen, it happens all the time, right? Sometimes other people put out shit first and they get no credit for it. Everyone always has this issue, but we spoke with somebody, either close to the cast or a part of the cast. We spoke to somebody
Close to.
confirmed and knew the position of every single contract 24 hours before it came out. We
Yeah.
posted it, and then everybody was saying Adam and Jason have no idea. And then literally 24 hours later, Page 6 is posting confirmed the entire cast is returning. I'm like, they didn't even get the fact that Jackie Goldschneider's returning.
Yeah, All About the Real Housewives posted it too. And you know, the thing is like they can take the time to confirm, and they probably did too before they posted as well, because we take the time to do that before we have new information. We don't want to just like throw it out there because we've been wrong once. You know what I mean? Lisa Rinna. But like, yeah, this is a good cast. It's a good cast to bring in. I think bringing Jackie back full time is actually good. She was kind of, she was there this season as a friend. She was good. I think she'll add fuel to the fire, especially now that we're keeping everybody. There's no Melissa or Teresa. You know, I'm not going to film with her. They're not coming back. I'm not going to watch the show with one of them. We will all watch the damn show. Okay. Right. With both of them there. Let's get over it, because then everyone will want to go on Twitter afterwards and be like, I'm a tree hugger. I like Melissa. You know, it's, come on.
No, I'm a tree hugger. It's so aggressive. I'm a tree hugger.
It gets aggressive on Twitter. It doesn't matter whose camp you're in. If you're a Melissa fan, it's like, I hate Teresa. She's so blah. And then it's like, you know, the tree huggers like come in and they're like, hashtag this new thing that we're doing because we like Teresa. It's like,
yeah, it's like hashtag Gone with Gorga. What?
Like, you don't have this on Beverly Hills. You don't have this on Atlanta.
No, we had it on Beverly Hills last year.
Yes, of course, because everyone was talking about the toxicity of Lisa Rinna, which was proven to be right, and that's why she's no longer on the show. But you know, it's so funny. It gets a little wacky, you know? It gets so wacky.
It does get wonky, or wacky, whatever you want to call it. But here's pretty much how they came to the decision. Just
yes,
kind of
this is
fill
great.
You guys in, because it was put out by Page 6, it was put out by us, and it was put out by All About the Real Housewives. So All About the Real Housewives kind of they dove in a little bit deeper, which I have a lot of respect for All About the Real Housewives. For those of you who don't know, the woman who runs the account, she actually has great relationships with the Jersey cast. So when she puts something out about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, like when she puts something out anyways, I always feel like she does her job and she checks her sources, but especially with the cast in New Jersey. So yes. I'm always all about any articles that come out from her. I will say that. She said filming resumes in August and will be quite uncomfortable for most of the cast as it's more divided than ever. She did confirm that everybody, including Jackie and Jennifer Fessler, are coming back. And she said sources close to production told All About the Real Housewives, the story with everyone is not over. Things weren't resolved during the reunion, and so much was happening that producers want to give it a go and see if everyone can make peace. You guys are out of your mind.
But you know what? That's what was so great about this season is, yes, it's more of the same, but you left us with a question mark. Where do you go from here? How do you film together? Are Melissa and Teresa ever gonna, or Joe and Teresa? What about Louie? Like, we all want to see everything that played out season 13. Now we want some kind of resolution for, or some kind of answers to. You know, I'm here for it. I really am.
If you just want Louie, just ask.
I think I'm here for everyone but Louie. I mean, like, I don't know. He still rubs me the wrong way. It gives me weird vibes. That's just my opinion. But,
do you like red face Louie or do you like business Louie?
Okay, that's Big Ed.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait. All joking aside, let's get back into it for just a second, because they said our source adds every one of the housewives wanted to come back. So it will be interesting for the viewers to see what happens when they all reunite. That is something that should have been on camera, and how the ultimate decision was made. Producers don't want it to be divided or toxic, so their goal is for everyone to get to a better place. However, producers and Bravo are aware with how divided and toxic things have gotten. And while they want to put on a show, they don't want it to be as bad as it was during season 13. So she's claiming that they're using this season as kind of like, if you guys can get your shit together, great. If we can find resolve, we keep you. If you can't find resolve after this season, then moving forward, somebody does have to go. But this is your last chance.
Well, I mean, I think it's the last chance for most of the cast, because even Andy Cohen said, like, he's not ready to do a reboot of Jersey like New York yet.
Right.
So that puts everyone kind of on pins and needles here, because we're with a cast who has been around for a very long time, like New York, who, I mean, I really thought the show worked. The show had great viewership last year. It had really consistent ratings. I think 100% season 14 is a place to see if we can get any resolve and to watch, hopefully not more of the same, but just to watch the evolution of the relationships. And I'm glad that everyone's coming back.
Well, but here's the thing. How do you find some sort of peace going into this when it's already a clearly divided cast? And now let's add just one more element.
I know what you're going to say. Yes.
All right. So a new report came out saying Margaret Josephs does not feel safe filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey with Teresa's husband, Louie, and that she's considering legal action as she allegedly threatens to refuse filming season 14 with him. They're saying Margaret has made it clear that she does not feel safe filming around Louie. A source close to production told the U.S. Sun on July 6th, happy birthday. She said that she was going to get her lawyers involved and had threatened not to film with Louie. The cast is still very much so divided, and there's a lot of leftover tension. But as Real Housewives of New Jersey fans will recall, Louie did warn the cast at the reunion taping about hiring a private investigator, then kind of took back those claims.
Right.
And then Margaret said this to people. My family, my child was called and threatened at work by Louie. We have the phone records. My child would have no idea who this person is. It happened on April 13th. That's his phone number. He's the fucking devil, a criminal.
And it's not one of those apps where you can change the phone number to make the message look a certain way. It's actually phone records of that phone number calling you, which I don't know. Maybe you can change that. You know what? Someone actually DM'd me on Instagram and said that they could explain this on how you call people from different numbers. And I mean, I know there's apps and stuff like that, but this, I think they proved that this was actually Louie's phone that called 100%.
I mean, listen, first of all, get a fucking life if you're doing that. Really
also,
get a life.
And then Pam, I have to agree with you here too. You know, Margaret, as much as sometimes I'm on her side and sometimes I'm not, it's like here, she does have valid complaints, right? Like if you're calling and threatening her son, why would you want to film with that person? Because it's so aggressive. Yes, aggressive, that word. That's very aggressive to call and threaten someone's son who's not even on the show, you know?
I mean, it really, the kid is in his 20s. He's
Right.
at work. You never see him on the show. He doesn't know your ass. He doesn't film with you. He doesn't anything. If this is your way of like, this isn't digging up dirt through a PI trying to get like skeletons. Because if
It's
you go
called
through
bullying.
right. You
You
see
know,
Margaret
and-
Josephs linked to a $12 million lawsuit with her ex. And people
Yeah.
are like, oh my God, this just came out. Margaret Josephs' $12 million lawsuit. She wrote about this in her book. She talked
Right.
about it on the show. Like Margaret has been, as far as we know, and this is kind of what, like, why her and Jennifer Aydin got into it. Jennifer Aydin sort of went in on Margaret because she's like, you think it's cool to write about being a mistress or cheating on your husband in your book? Like, who are you? That's disgusting. And Margaret's like, it's not disgusting. I'm a human being. I've been sued. I cheated on my husband. There was an affair. My family broke apart. And she wanted to share all of that. So I really don't know if she's that vulnerable and open about sharing all of the shit that's in her closet. I don't know how much you're going to find on her. And I think that's why you would have to call and attack her kid. Because what else are you going to do?
That's the thing. That doesn't work so well. You know, all throughout season 13, even in the reunion, Louie was threatening people, you know? So like, it's just a little aggressive. It comes off bullyish and bullish, you know? It comes off almost weak, you know? But we've seen this multiple times where even the way he talks to Teresa at certain points, when he's not getting his point across or she's talking too much, I don't like that side. So I can see people's like cautiousness of moving forward to film with him. I get it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. But there is like the happy looking side of him too. So I guess
I mean, you follow him on Instagram. He looks like a lovely guy. All right. And
Kelly
you know what?
and Rick said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelly and Rick said that they had the best time with Teresa and Louie, that they were so nice, that he like very charismatic, that they just like very surprised. They didn't think that they would not get along, but they just were like, they were really nice in person. So, however, I'm really good at reading people. It's like I live for this shit. I do it for a sport and I can see through anyone. So I'm curious, like, I would love to just have a conversation because I can pinpoint a good, charismatic, like narcissistic douche. Like I worked for one for the longest time. I mean, technically, if you want to count Tom's 1.5.
Oh God, I thought you were talking about the other boss.
Oh,
I was
who?
like, be careful.
Lisa?
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like if you count Tom's 2%, whatever, like you worked for one. So it's like you can pinpoint this. This is
Yeah,
easy.
of course. When they walk through the door, it's like, whoa, narcissism in your face.
It's like ego. Yeah, get the
It's
fuck out of my face.
It's a
you
lot.
little-
Like you feel uncomfortable, like when they're around too. It's just very strange.
It's just very strange. There's a lot of things that are strange. But since we're talking about egotistical, narcissistic, misogynistic douchebag bosses, you brought it up, not me.
Removing the Vanderpump Rules.
No, why would you say that?
Oh, I'm just assuming. Is there Vanderpump Rules news? I mean, I've heard a couple of things.
Jason,
We're not.
You automatically. I was gonna actually go over to Kim and Kroy.
Oh,
No,
also the. Okay,
I'm
no.
not. I'm not. I was actually no. We're going straight into Vanderpump Rules.
Tess, I want to answer this question 100,000%.
What?
Tess says, "Did you say Ariana makes a better drink anyway, Jason?" Yes, she does 100%. Like
Yeah.
that whole book that's Ariana. So 100%.
Well, speaking of Ariana, since we haven't seen you guys in a while, Ariana has made a few announcements. Actually, a lot. Like we cannot keep up with Ariana Madix at the moment. The girl is just doing the damn thing. She's making announcements left and right, and so is Tom Sandoval. I'm going to bring up one of my favorite Bravo accounts. Love them. They always support us. I have so many favorite Bravo accounts, like Bravo Breaking News, Taste of Reality, Bravo Snark
Yeah.
Guide, CC Loves You. Like these guys are constantly working. So
Can I also add one more into that?
yeah,
TV Deets, and TV Deets also has
Oh.
a new podcast out. I believe coming out. I don't know when it is, but the trailer is up. If you guys, follow TV Deets and get the kind of behind the scenes information, really on top of ratings and what's going on, especially in Potomac.
I
You
love
gotta go
seeing their ratings posts.
Yes. Give a follow. Great polls, by the way.
That was a good call, Jason. Good. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair too, if we're missing a lot of people right now.
Yes,
This wasn't
yeah.
like supposed to be a whole ad of just promoting all of the Bravo accounts, but we're saying like we respect and see how hard everyone works. So we want to.
The only
acknowledge-
reason I brought that up because Brett, who runs TV Deets, runs such a positive platform.
yeah,
And I reached out and I was like, I love coming to your IG account. I love doing your polls. I love reading the information that you drop and the tea that you give. And it's so respectful in the way he presents it. And I love that. So I messaged him and I said, listen, you run a great platform, whatever. He's like, I'm working on this podcast. When it comes out, I just wanted to shout it out.
you're like, I just want to give you a little credit over here, man.
Yeah.
You're
And not
killing
many
it.
people have a very like a positive like sometimes it's very salacious. And if you go to a platform that's salacious over and over again, you're like, is there any other kind of nuance you're gonna give me?
Right. And also a lot of times when you find somebody, and again, this is not a direct attack on anyone, you guys. If you find somebody who sometimes you will find like different platforms that are so eager to go in and rip somebody apart and praise somebody else on the cast. And you can usually 9 times out of 10 figure out and weigh out where they stand. And then it gives you that like thing in the back of your mind. It has to sit with you a little bit where you're like, okay, they're putting this out there, but they really fucking hate this person. So
Yeah.
how much of this do I buy? And how much of this is like, you have some sort of vendetta shit going on? Like it. So,
It's crazy to me that the content creators and stuff like that, it's even like that. It's like you never know what you're getting. It's like the same thing watching the Bravo celebrities. I don't even want to call them celebrities, so I'm going to call them Bravo celebrities like they are. But like when you watch them, they give you, sometimes false information, And
Yeah.
so you got to be really careful on who you. I'm still mad about those gas prices in that TMZ video.
okay.
That's why
Well,
we don't live in
since-
California. Come on.
Guys, we're going back to Vanderpump Rules here for a
All
minute.
right.
So I wanted to play the first video, again, since we haven't seen you guys, of Tom and Tom filming. Then we're going to play you a clip of Tom Sandoval talking about filming, what he has going on. And then we're going to share a couple of Ariana's announcements. Here's the first video. Greg fucking stubs his toe and it ruins everything.
Dude, can I just say, like, he is The stakes are always so high for Tom, right?
I know.
Every conversation, he's like, man, like, oh, man, like, oh, it's like, what is that? Who taught you that? Did your friends in high school teach you this, like, kind of like straight thing? Like, stop.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
did.
weird.
They did.
Yeah,
Well,
let it go.
they also caught up with him going to meet up with Lisa Vanderpump, and he spoke a little bit about his filming escapades.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
What's up, man?
How do you feel about Pump closing?
It's a shame, but I understand. You know,
Yeah.
they got a lot of places. I'm sure that I know they're working on other ones too. But you know, I remember when it seems like it just opened. You know, but I guess it has been like 10 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
How's Lisa doing?
she's doing good. You know.
It's a very nice gesture. You brought her some flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes with Lisa bringing her flowers does feel like bringing sand to the beach, but it was nice. The place, there's no flowers in the place right now, so.
And will you be coming out in season 11?
What?
Will you be coming out in Vanderpump season 11?
Yeah, we're filming it right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And have you spoken to Raquel at all since she's?
I can't comment on that.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, that's fine.
it's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah.
No matter what, it always is.
What about Tom Schwartz? Are you guys still cool or not anymore?
Yeah, just saw him today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how's the music coming along?
Just
I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was halfway to something about her. I was like, are you going for a sandwich?
Yeah.
He was
where are
walking
you-
down Robertson right past the Abbey and the West Hollywood Park. And I was like, if you walk by something about her and TMZ has you, that'd be great.
You know what I'm wondering though, because we've seen so many like different clips of Tom Schwartz looking so meek. Like he looks like just, I don't mean to keep touching my face, everyone, sorry. But he looks just so, please talk to me. Like if you see him in the clips with Ariana and Lala and Sheena and James, it's almost like he's on like an apology tour for an affair that he did not have. And I think that he's realizing he needs to get back in with the group. So where does that leave Tom Sandoval? Because for Tom Sandoval, Jax Taylor recently came out and he put this, is this Sandy or Rachel? LOL, dude is on the verge of losing more shit if he continues to act like he does no wrong. This came from Alina and she was talking about Tom Sandoval. Jax said, he's already lost it all. You guys are just not seeing it yet. Then Jax shared in a deleted tweet with a camera emoji saying, I'm coming back and I'm going to rip his fucking head off for what he did to my best friend and to my manager. I'm sitting back thinking, do we share the same manager? Like what manager? What manager?
That same manager who was at the show.
Oh
That
God,
person?
I hope
That
not.
was awful. God,
That guy was terrible.
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 Like Tom
that
Sandoval, it's not Jennifer Aniston. Like, I know you have to be someone's manager, but come on.
I mean,
Toast is toast,
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was wondering, okay, well then maybe he might be, and you said this too originally, maybe he might be filming with the person who's posting shit like this. Let's take a look.
I did say this.
Yeah.
Tom Schwartz.
I like the ombre.
the white triangle and the dark triangle.
Actually, it's dope. It's not cute. It's fucking dope.
Who is that?
Look,
Shut up.
Wait.
Hey, can you look up and smile with that hat?
With the fire and the pool.
No, it's perfect.
I love, can you just look up and smile in that hat? Like honestly, the biggest Tom fan, Billy Lee. And then also Billy Lee, like, oh my God, those nails are so cute. They're not even cute. They're fucking dope.
They're dope. You have no idea.
Like,
No, the thing is,
Billy-
it's like we don't see a lot on the show. Like we don't see a lot of their other friends or whatever, but it's like, where the hell did Billy Lee come from again? Like, honestly, like where now all of the sudden, we've always been so supportive. We've always exactly no, I 100%. Adam is pointing down at the screen. Billy Lee is trying to get on the show again. Yes, that is so plainly obvious. It is so plainly obvious, more obvious than Kim and Kroy trying to get back on Housewives of Atlanta. You know, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. That is my worst nightmare, is to add her back in the cast.
Billy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be good. Listen, I don't have a personal thing against Billy. It's like the same thing. I don't have a personal thing against Teddy. I think that there are people who are entertaining and some people who are not. Like, some people would be great on reality TV and some people wouldn't. Love you. I think you'd be shit on reality TV. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can say that. And for Billy, I didn't find Billy to be so polarizing on Vanderpump Rules. And I do understand where a lot of the fans call, especially being based out of West Hollywood, for more LGBTQIA plus representation. And yeah, 1,000,000%. But that doesn't mean that every person who represents the LGBTQIA plus community is going to make great reality TV. For example, hi, I'm gay. I would be awful on Vanderpump Rules.
Right.
Okay. If you, Ebony Dix, if you are employed by Bravo, all cast members should film with each other, even part-timers. No choices. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, same.
Norma Maldonado said, I spoke to Schwartz recently. Look at you, Norma. Doing the Bravo work. We appreciate you. He told me that they have big plans for Schwartz and Sandy. Longer hours and live music, but right now they are the most hated people due to Sandoval. Oh, God, that's a good one. Okay. Well, you know who's not hated right now? Want to go celebrate somebody else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go over here. Oh, this was their other heated conversation. Sorry. This is the one where they were.
Oh, stakes are high already. Here we go. See?
Here we go.
You know what I'm really
Look at the girl. She looks like crazy. She's like, raw!
You are mean to Raquel and Ariana.
And this girl's just like, Pontini. It's like you're at the wrong bar, girl.
You know, I'm really glad that production decided to pick up. I mean, we picked up so fast from the reunion, right? And now what they have to do is deliver the show a little sooner. They have to. This is how they're going to get yet another season. They can't take their time. We want to know now. We don't want this to get so old and stuff, because then what happens is you have something like Sandoval, because you have so much time between when you finish filming and the show premieres. Anything's possible. So maybe that's telling Bravo, we have to pick up cameras again before something happens that we're going to miss, and then have to pick up cameras, you know?
Yeah. Toaster JB said Tom is getting too much attention, and Donna Kirkwood said, I'm leaving. This boring stuff is lame. Well, listen,
bye, Donna.
Yeah, you got to be a part of it or be without it. We don't know what to say, but there is another video of another announcement since we missed Hot Messy on Friday. Obviously, as you guys know, Pop's Service. Thank you again, everyone. Now that we have almost 800 in the room, Jason put together a beautiful video for Pop's Service where we raised over $1,000 for the vets to give back, which meant everything to Pop. So if you guys want to check that out, it's still on our YouTube channel and you can absolutely still donate. But yes, that is why we missed Hot Messy last week. So we are just bringing you up to speed with everything, including this announcement.
I'm absolutely mad for Maddox.
That's right. I'm Vanderpump Rules, Ariana Maddox, and I will be joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars this season.
That's right. Say goodbye to the drama and hello to the dance floor. Let's dance.
Okay.
That wasn't the only announcement.
It wasn't the only announcement. Now, for the latest announcement, I don't have the video because the video has copyright written all over it. So we're not playing. We're not trying to get in trouble over here on YouTube. But Ariana Maddox did announce that she would, in some capacity, be heading over to Love Island. Now, what does that mean? If you guys don't know, Sarah Hyland is the one who technically runs the show when it comes to Love Island, which is not surprising because her husband also runs the bar when it comes to Bachelor in Paradise.
Yep.
They both are host, and Jason actually, in some weird effed up way, grew up with Sarah for a minute when she was starting out. I mean, you were you were around her when she was very, very young, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right before she was super famous.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So they were wondering, fans were wondering, is Ariana coming to take her job, or is she going to the island as a contestant? It wouldn't make sense that she'd be going there as a contestant. Her new boyfriend, Daniel Way, who she's been hooking up with since April, he just did an amazing birthday for her, and they just celebrated the 4th of July at the Beverly Garland. So I wouldn't say she's going there for that. I'm guessing she's either going there for the finale of the show, or she's going there to do like one of those kind of guest
appearance host kind of things. Yeah. I mean,
Like
these
when
are
you
the
see on The
opportunities.
Bachelor.
I wouldn't see her on Love Island. Like you said, that's a great point. You know, she has a new boyfriend. She's doing well. It doesn't really make sense for her to be a contestant. You know what I've noticed a lot, though, is the more Ariana is getting as far as attention and opportunities and stuff, I'm seeing kind of everyone do like a double take, right? And kind of do a whole 180. And it's like, okay, Ariana, we get it. You know, oh God, Ariana Madix again. But it's like, hello, this is what everyone wanted for her, right? You wanted the success, you wanted her to get out of it, and now everyone is changing their tune as they do on what opportunities she should get and if she deserves them. Of course she deserves them. She brought us Sandoval. Well, she didn't bring it, but you know what I mean? Like, she was part of the probably the biggest scandal in reality TV in the past 5 years.
Well, Jen Shaw is also still behind bars.
Oh God, Tom Girardi. Where am I going? Yes, I get it.
Lisa Rinna. God, fuck. Okay, back to it though for a second. No, I get it, and that is pretty much, it just takes us back to that classic old saying of like, people love to build you up just to rip that shit back down. They live for it.
100%.
They want to see you win the minute that you're winning. Oh, now you think you're better? I didn't say I was better. I'm just booking these things. Oh, but it seems like you're better. You
So
think
why
you're
wouldn't you
better?
take the opportunities? Like, those opportunities for her are not going to come around again. You know what I mean? These huge
Well, you
opportunities,
can't say
like
that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, as far as like being in the moment, right? When you're in that moment, you have to seize the moment, seize it. She has. But I wonder if this upcoming season, if we're going to see a little animosity from some of the other cast members, you know, kind of like a Courtney to the Kim, like, oh, Dolce, you know, if we get the same kind of thing from some of the other girls, you know,
Living La
where's
Vida
my
Loca.
opportunity?
Yeah. Where's mine? Okay. Speaking of a good PR opportunity or an opportunity to get work or job or whatever, or just pull one over on everyone's head, guys, get back on the bus because we are leaving Vanderpump Rules and we are heading to Atlanta. I don't know where to even begin. Last week, happy birthday, Adam. Just sitting there minding my own business. And we talked a little bit about the Kim and Kroy. And I swear to you, I woke up on my birthday saying, I was telling Jason, I'm not going to work. I said a Kim and Kroy thing is going to come out and it's going to be like, somebody called the cops again. Watch, it's going to happen.
Right.
Jason comes into the studio because we were getting ready to go. And he said, oh my God, they called off the divorce. And I was like, no fucking way. Did you call off the divorce? You called the police 5 times in one day. You're claiming that she's a total, like, not all there kind of, there are issues. She's
not there, addicted
drug
to gambling. Yeah, all the crazy stuff, leaving your kids in the car while you went into, I mean, everything was pouring out.
I mean,
and now what? It's just kidding.
Well, and that's the thing. Is it just kidding? Like, we kind of heard a little bit about why they called off the divorce. Now, people are claiming, who are close to the couple, that they would do anything for their kids and that they're coming back together for the children to co-parent. Now, a lot of people would say that that's probably even worse than just getting the divorce, because then the kids are just going to watch 2 parents who don't get along raising them. So which one is it, right?
Right.
I personally think, because I don't have a dog in this fight, 1, I champion any family staying together, but 2, I'm not
100%.
When the going gets tough and the money all gets going, you guys come up with this stint, and then you're like, we're getting a divorce. Now, all of a sudden, everybody in the Bravo universe is talking about the return of Kim Zolciak. And then it's just crazy enough that you guys are a shit show in the making to watch. So we're like hitting this like light switch for producers, like, oh, fuck, they're staying together. Well, you obviously know they call the police every 5 freaking seconds on each other. They're like,
right.
It's reality TV gold. Let's get the cameras on them, sign them up for next season. This totally reads to me like a PR stunt.
It does. But, you know, do we give them that much credit? because it's very smart. You know, it's too soon for
Oh, well, that's
Atlanta.
good.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, it
true.
is very smart, but
It is very smart if that is their play, if that's their game. That's what they're gonna try to do, right? But like I just don't know, because we're still mid-season of Atlanta. You know, it's not like cameras are picking up tomorrow, but it does, like you say, kind of makes a little bulb go off in producers' heads now that we had the Kim cameo on Atlanta last night. And do we follow this couple? Will this happen again? Are they rocky? And we want to get it on camera. Will the family be involved? Will we see the girls? It's kind of like there were fans of her show, you know? So will they follow over to watch the possible destruction of Kim and Kroy? I mean, yeah.
And that's the thing too.
Why
is, like,
not bring her back?
I think you honestly just bring her back.
Right. Atlanta is like at the bottom of the pits right now. You know, like, bring back somebody, please, so I can make it through a damn episode.
There are so many people in here too who are saying, "Oh my God, I'm not watching, Atlanta." Hold on. It's going to bite them back with all the antics they have done between the divorce announcement and now. I wouldn't hire them. Too crazy to control. Listen, that could be a problem too, because the network, don't think about that too. They see, and Kroy was very problematic back in the past, which is why she stopped filming Atlanta. Because if you guys remember correctly, when she was married or first got with him, he would always sit in the car. She was never allowed to go on the trips. Remember? She couldn't leave the country. She couldn't go on the girls' trips. She always sat in the car, and he would hold her solo cup, and then she would come out and get back in the car, and he would wait there while they were filming. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's weird. My mom used to work at this restaurant, and her ex-husband used to sit out in the parking lot with binoculars to make sure that she was a bartender, making sure she wouldn't talk to like men. And I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah, who has that much time? It's crazy. But to me, honestly, I know this is not going to be very popular of an opinion, but yes, I would love to see the mess. I would love to see it. I would love to. I know a lot of people, and maybe in the live chat, if you guys are watching Atlanta, let us know, and let us know what you're thinking about it. You can rate it, because I'm just curious. This is week number whatever that I can't get through an episode. I find myself just not caring. I love the scene between Sheree, Candy, Lisa Wu, and
it wasn't
Kim.
Candy.
Sorry,
it was Lisa Wu. I didn't recognize that other one.
Yeah. Wait. Well, I thought Candy was supposed to be there. Was I mistaken?
No, I think you thought Cynthia was supposed to be making her cameo last night.
That's right, which she didn't.
No, but
I think it got taken out.
Still making a cameo.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but for Kim, even last night there was a thing that came out, and I forgot who posted it, but Kenya was pissed because here it is. Wait, I'm gonna share this really quick because Kenya was pissed what she said about her. This comment is truly evil. I'm not a Kim Zolciak fan, but I never kicked her when she is down. Learning of her divorce, foreclosure, repossessions, gambling accusations, unfit mom claims, and canceled show, now begging at Bravo TV and producers to come back to #RHOA. That was my thing. When I saw the comment last night, that bitch is still alive. I'm like, first of all, Kim, you sound like trash. And I only say you sound like trash. That's so mean. I would never say that.
That is mean.
She's a mother.
She sounds
has a
trashy.
It's a trashy thing to say. You don't say you're still alive.
It really, yeah.
She has a cute little bit. We're watching her baby on the show. It is trash to say that. I mean, it absolutely is. Oh, that bitch is still alive. Like,
but a lot of things that Kim Zolciak has said in the past, especially on the show, have been pretty trashy.
Right. And I'm not, listen. The girl lets you know where her bar is. The girl will be the first person to get out of that Rolls Royce and the first person to have a red Solo cup in her hand. So I'm not surprised by a lot. And I'm not calling Kim Zolciak trash. I think Kim Zolciak is great TV. I think it was a very trashy comment to say the bitch is still alive. I thought that was rude. And I also think, be careful. Like, you want to go after Kenya? Pick somebody else. Like, you're not even in the lane.
No.
Like, pick Drew.
There is no lane. No, you don't pick those. You don't. I mean, nothing against Drew or Sonya. I really like them both, but maybe pick someone like Kenya who will be on the next season, because I don't know what's going to happen with that show.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking to come back, you're not. I don't know. These OGs, I don't think they care about the newbies who are really. It's just nothing is happening on Atlanta.
Nothing. It's all happening off Atlanta. Speaking of all happening off of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta star, because we're not going to find resolution with this, guys. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm just telling you that she'll probably be on next season. And surprise, Vicky Gunvalson will be on season 18 as a full-time housewife. We're just throwing that one in there. But Marlo Hampton also went to the internet over this past week because she found all of her stolen goods. Have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So listen to this really quick. She went in and called out. She made this post saying, at First Dibs, at Grail, I personally located some of the items stolen from my storage last year being sold on your platforms. I'm asking that both companies have a representative contact me, my team, and the Sandy Springs Police ASAP to get to the bottom of this. At First Dibs, the Valentino gown is very rare. Less than a handful were produced. At Grail, the robbers even went so far to actually use photos of me in the Robert Cavalli dress for their advertisement. I need answers ASAP. I love this part. The majority of the items stolen from me are irreplaceable. It hurts as I've collected these items for over 20 years in my world travels. I want my things back. I love that she said in my world travels, but she did post like this gown alone is $10,000.
I mean, I don't even recognize First Dibs. I don't even know what that is. I know there are places like Rebag or wherever where you can sell old luxury items and stuff like that, but they're usually pretty cautious about the buyers and stuff they get these from.
Yeah, well, and I don't know if you remember this too, but remember I think it was just like over a year ago where there was a whole armed robbery that took place and her nephews were home and the guys were trying to get into the house. This also goes back to your whole persona on the Housewives, just like Dorit Kemsley, not saying it's right when you get robbed, but when you showcase everything that you have in designer goods, designer bags. Oh, this piece, oh, this is vintage, honey. This is $15,000. It's just a piece of my collection. I keep it all in my townhouse that doesn't have any security. So crazy. But hello, right?
No, 100%. You got to be careful of that nowadays. I mean, even you go look at I hate to bring her up, but like Kim Kardashian and just she wouldn't flaunt so many things. She stopped wearing jewelry, because
she doesn't even buy jewelry anymore.
No, and there's been so much there's such a hike in robbery nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah. Somebody actually called her out because she said she doesn't buy jewelry anymore. And then she bought Princess Diana's, it was either her bracelet or her necklace or something. One of those iconic. But she has an archive of stuff from like the Royals and things from like different movie sets.
Not an archive.
No, she
La
does.
Archive?
No, it's not. La Archive. Okay. And by the way, I'm not going to sit over here and dog on Marlo because Marlo is so sweet to me every time I've seen her in person. She's
very cool.
Always so nice to me. So I'm not going to dog on her. And she has a successful
No, but
business.
it's just to be careful with that kind of thing. I mean, look at Beyonce's mom. It doesn't matter if you have, like someone just said in the live chat, a safe or whatever. I mean, I'm sure Tina Knowles had a safe. You know what I mean? There you go.
Also, oh my God. I don't know if you guys saw this, and I don't even want to speak on it as if I know what's going on. I just saw it on page 6 this morning, but everybody knows about how like Tasha K and Cardi B were going back and forth.
Yes.
Well, Tasha K said apparently said something about Blue Ivy, and now she's going back and forth with Beyonce's mom. I'm like, Tasha, you don't care. I mean, I wish I don't wish I had that kind of because that would be maybe I don't know what you would do with that kind of power, but she's like, your daughter's Beyonce. I don't care. I'm like, that's
crazy.
It's a wild position to be in. But to end us off, guys, I don't know if you watched last night's feel-good show of the summer, but that's exactly what it is. It's called Welcome to Crappy Lake with probably 2 of the biggest shit shows on Bravo TV, no pun intended, and I mean that in the best way. Luann de Lesseps and Sonia Morgan are absolutely hilarious, and this is kind of like a Simple Life sort of spin-off in their own way.
I think even Andy Cohen said it's like an homage to Simple Life, and we needed it at this time. And then it's so funny. He's like, I'm not even a producer on this show. And I was like, yeah, maybe that's a good thing.
It just was so good. I saw where some people really didn't like it. I think it hit that, when he said the homage to, it did hit that for me, like the Simple Life. And it was just funny to see, they're funny anyways, because they're both kind of disasters. That's why they're great TV. They're glamorous and they're disasters all in one. It's like the best combination. But then
you have the two most well-known, or two of the most well-known housewives from, and biggest personalities from the Real Housewives of New York. I just think it really worked. It was a feel-good show. I actually personally, and I know you're not going to say this, but I didn't want to watch it last night. I wanted to watch something else on Netflix. But I'm so glad I thought it was entertaining. I was like laughing out loud every 5 minutes. Like, this is funny.
I thought it was just such a good show because even like the mission behind the show to bring more attention to this one town that, you know, during the pandemic, this town lost a lot. The town ended up like closing a lot of its doors, and it's just this tiny little town, guys. I grew up in a town just like this for a little bit of, you know, my youth, and it's so reminiscent of it. And seeing like we had one stop sign, we had one gas station. It was just watching it and then thinking all before Luann and Sonia get there, they're like, who do you think's coming? Kim Kardashian, Jessica Alba? I think it's The Rock. And then it's Sonia and Luann, and they just like come stumbling out, and they're, you know, it just, you have to watch it. I'm not going to sit here and do like a whole recap on it. I don't think that it deserves
No, it doesn't need a recap.
It's just a feel good, not take notes, not sit there and have to think about it. Just have a glass of wine and let yourself go.
It's the Real Housewives of New York meets Schitt's Creek. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh my God, with the motel and everything. That is
100%.
exactly what it is.
It's an easy watch. Easy watch. And next Sunday, I cannot believe the lineup on Bravo. It makes me kind of excited, except for Atlanta. But Atlanta is on at 8. The new New York is on at 9. And then I guess Crappy Lake is coming on right after. I don't know if it's going to be like a half hour, one episode, and then
It's
into
half
Watch
hour.
What Happens Live. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what a great lineup. 8 to 11.
And it was so smart too to put New York with Sonia and Luann, which was so funny because they tried to do that, giving OC like the comeback for season 17 by pairing them with Vanderpump Rules, which
mistake.
Yeah. But it is always funny to watch and see where they give people time slots. Like, remember we were talking with Family Karma about their time slot that they got last year. And it's like, wait a minute, I think it was like right after football or right during football or something that they got their time slot, and they were like,
they were competing with
football and Yellowstone, I think. And I'm like, well, that's not a good spot, guys, because football, Yellowstone, like it's half the United States.
You know, but I'm thinking like the same. I don't know if they would have the same audience, but I don't know. Everyone seems to like football.
Well, the thing is, football and Yellowstone are also those like kind of group sort of watching experiences where like it's like, okay, guys, it's family night. Yellowstone's on. Everybody, or like football is like, hey, are we watching this?
I think Yellowstone is the family show.
It is. My dad did family night for Yellowstone. It is.
Yeah, but with adults, you know, not like there's not like 5-year-olds watching Yellowstone.
Oh no, not like that. But then also like football is like one of those group things too, where it's like, all right, we're barbecuing at your house or my house. Like we're not sitting around watching Bravo.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jason, we've been in the room for almost 59 minutes. This has been fun. Actually, I'm so happy to be back.
I know, it's a nice warm up, like, because I just felt like I haven't even been on here in a minute. You know, I've been out of town. I was up in Cape Cod and having an adventure, which we'll talk about on our members only. And now we're back, and we have lots of fun things coming out. New York comes out next Sunday. Below Deck Down Under is coming out. Season 2 finally on Bravo. So tonight we have our last 2 episodes of Below Deck Sailing. Should be interesting. Yeah.
Bye, sailing. Okay. Well, and then tomorrow we're back for Anchor Watch. We will keep you posted in the community tab for our members only morning meeting, whether we're doing that Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I think Jason wanted to do it Friday. And then from there, we'll also be doing Hot Messy Topics again on Friday. We have another fun special guest this Friday. We'll be back for all the recaps and everything else. Obviously, like Jason said at the beginning, the last 2 weeks were a little bit strange for us. There were a lot of things going on. Now we're kind of back into it. So we love you guys. Thank you to everyone in the live chat. Thank you for the super chats, super stickers. And thank you for everyone who supported, again, the Pops tribute video. And we'll see you.
Thank you.
Next time, right?